everybody. Happy Saturday or Friday. It depends where you're watching from. I know it's pretty early in the morning for some people, so I hope you've had a lovely morning and going to have a day. I know a few people have had messages from people saying they're heading out to watch some live music today and do a few different things. So let us know where you are and send us some photos of these live shows that you're lucky enough to get to go to. So today we've got Jeannie Angel joining us in a moment. She's going to have a bit of a chat. She's got some new singles out and an upcoming album, and we want to have a chat to her about all of that. I just wanted to remind everyone before we do that we have a competition running at the moment. It is pinned to the top of the Country Kickback Facebook page, so pop your entries in, and we're going to draw that on the 24th of December. I'll go live that evening and we'll draw it out then. So pop all the entries in. You can enter as many times as you like, and we'll announce the winner before Christmas. So thank you for joining and sharing, because a lot of people have been sharing, which is wonderful. So thank you very much. We might welcome Jeannie into the room. Hi.
Hi, guys. Hi.
All the way from New York.
Yep.
It's evening. We've interrupted your dinner time. It's evening, so thank you for joining.
It's okay. No, thanks for having me.
Oh, anytime. Now, I said to you before we wanted to have a chat to you about your new music and as you said, your upcoming album. But can we go back a bit and tell us a bit about why you got into music, how it started, and why the country sort of genre?
Sure. Yeah, no problem. I've always been, I guess, drawn to the arts, theater arts, drawing, writing poems, writing stories. And it was about probably when I was 12 that I started actually putting together full songs. And when I was in high school, I met a girl that we would go around, we would write songs together. We recorded a little album, and my other friend's dad recorded it for us. Thanks, Papa Ken. Music has always been something that I did for fun. So, getting into it and professionally and actually, doing it for a job is a completely different, world and a different way to look about it. And it's pretty awesome. I've been doing music professionally for about 2 years, but it's always been with me through my whole life.
And so your family, was it something that surprised them when you started going from fun to career? Is that something that they...
No, I just told them, I was like, I have a show. And they're like, okay, and I didn't know what to expect in my first show. I mean, a bartender heard me sing, and with another band, the guy, Johnny Dell, thank you, Johnny Dell, asked if I had any requests for the band, and I was like, yeah, can I sing? And then the bartender heard me and was like, would you think you'd be able to do a full show? And I was like, yeah, I can do a full show. I'll try. So I practiced, for months in the summer. And then I think it was August 2 years ago that I had my first show. And I was like, that's pretty cool that I just got paid to sing. And then I started booking more, and I started reaching out all over the place. And it kind of skyrocketed from there. I never imagined that I would be in a studio recording my own song that I wrote, and that's pretty much what I do now. So it's amazing.
Oh, how fantastic. Have you gone? I know COVID would have slowed all that down and changed a lot of plans. Have you used the time to write and record? What have you been doing throughout all of this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've been writing like crazy. I like a new song, like probably once, maybe 1 or 2 a week. And that's what I said to my friend the other day. I was like, I feel like I'm no longer a performing artist and I'm just a recording artist, because I was bored. So I was in the studio once a month, and it's like, I need to take a little bit of a break because that's a little expensive. And we're gonna go, and just try to do live shows, anything. I'm skipping December because that's all Christmas music, and I have one Christmas song, but it's not done yet. But lots of songwriting, lots of recording and practicing. So.
Wow. So you've made the use of that time. And we were just talking earlier, you've got Christmas songs, you've got Christmas shows booked up until Christmas at the Christmas Tree Farm. So we don't have that in Australia. We don't have something like that. Tell us about how that works.
That's so funny. That's so cool. It's really neat. So the farm they grow Christmas trees, evergreen trees, the pine trees, and they grow them to a certain height, and then they cut them down, and they have some in this huge like garage they're already pre-cut that people could come in and just grab a tree real quick, or you go as a family and you could with a saw and you can cut down your own, and it's so much fun. I saw so many dogs, so many babies, so many like somebody came by with a bunch of like antlers on their heads, little like headbands, and it was just people get into the holiday spirit over here in America. It's what a lot of people do. So it's pretty neat. They cut down their trees and they put them up in their houses and get to decorate them and all that fun stuff. So it's pretty
big tree up.
What's that?
It's a big deal to go and put your tree up and do. Yeah. That's so cool. I want to do that one year. So
yeah, but this is my American Christmas.
That sounds fun. Now, we were talking earlier about some of your gigs being rescheduled for next year. I know you were going to open for Lone Star, as you said, this year. That's been pushed back to November, and now it's been pushed back again to August. What's that for? Is it their tour? What event is it for?
Yes, Lone Star is doing their 25th anniversary tour. So they needed some country acts at our local theater, and I opened up for a country band from New Jersey, Whiskey Crossing, and they asked me if I would come open for Lone Star. So so we're gonna do that. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see them too. Hopefully meet them.
Absolutely. Have you seen them live before?
I've not. No, I've not. So it would be pretty cool.
That is very exciting. Now you're based in New York. Is there a big, where you are, is there a big country scene? Is it something that, people really go to a lot? And
yeah, most definitely. It depends on what area of New York that you go to. So I'm up in like kind of like an hour south of Albany, New York.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's mostly country up here. I wish I could show you. It's dark out though, like rolling hills, apple orchards, mountains. Minnewaska Mountain is right up the road, and people around here really love country music. As further south that you go, it gets to be a little less. So I'll do more of like the pop songs as I go south towards like Westchester, and there are some country bars in New York City though. They really appreciate songwriters too. So it's pretty cool to be able to share my own original songs when I go down there.
That is exciting. I've got to come one day.
Yes, definitely. I have shows in New York City that are supposed to be rescheduled too.
Oh, really? Are they going to be next year? That's the plan at this stage.
I really hope so. I haven't heard back from some of them that were canceled yet, because I know everybody's just all over the place right now.
Yeah. It's hard to reschedule when you don't know when it can happen. Yeah. Now you've got a few singles that you said you've been releasing throughout COVID. Your current one is "No One to Blame." Tell us about the song and how different was it releasing throughout COVID to releasing prior to that?
Right. So it's it is very different releasing now, as pre-COVID, because pre-COVID I could release it, do like a single release party, and maybe I wouldn't have released so many songs so quickly, but I was just bored, I guess. But we can't have all the big groups of people, and it's hard to find a place to go and have something. So that affected it. And the song is called "No One to Blame," and I wrote it about a year ago about my ex brother-in-law and ex sister-in-law. They had a kind of rough relationship towards the end of their time together, and it was a murder suicide.
Oh, gosh.
So I wrote a song about it. It was pretty difficult to write, and I didn't come back to it till a year later and decide to start playing it out and about. I really didn't start playing it out and about till just little while ago at the Key Largo Original Music Festival, because it was, we all had to have 100% original songs, no cover songs. So I was like, this one's kind of like, I kind of like this one, I'm gonna do it. And then I decided to release it for the anniversary of their passing. So it's around that time. So that's where that one came from.
Right. And what was the? I mean, obviously, you haven't, as you said, you hadn't been able to play it until that show. What was the reaction to the song?
A lot of people liked that it was a real life experience. They liked it was a ballad. My last couple of singles were more like upbeat, more pop rocky. This is more like a slow kind of like a country, kind of a country song. More like a slow country rock kind of thing. But people are liking it. They're playing it. They're enjoying it. I didn't release it to radio yet. So we'll see what happens.
And throughout COVID, was the songs that you've released, how did you choose those? Because obviously you've been writing so much. What's your process in choosing the song that you're actually going to release?
I usually I'll go through my songbook and I'll play my songs and I'll put them on my recorder on my phone and I'll send them to my producer. I'll be like, which one do you think we should do next? And he gives really good suggestions. So I took his suggestion for a ballad, and then I was like, okay, so, this is going to be really good because it's around the right time. And I had a love song, and then I had that one. So I was like, I guess we're going to do this one right now. So I do confer with him. I do also, whatever ones that I feel like I'm more confident in performing out and about. Like if there's something that I haven't performed out and about or haven't really learned yet, then I'll refrain from recording it. So it's pretty much.
And do you try, obviously not through COVID, but normally you sort of try them out at shows before you go and record them and things? Yeah.
Yes. Always. Yeah. Got to see what people think. And then, I think it was around COVID. It was right before COVID. There was a talent show, and I asked my fans. I actually played 3 of my original songs, and I asked them which ones they liked better so that I could play them for the for the talent show. And I think that was one of them that I sent to my producer and asked him what he thought we should do next. So going live is awesome too, to get feedback from fans on what to do.
Did you do a few of those throughout COVID? Was that something that you'd done much before COVID, or was that new?
I was before COVID. I would try to go live once a week anyway, just because I did have fans all over the world, and I wanted to be able to share a little bit of my music with them, like maybe once a month or maybe twice a month I would do it. And then COVID, I was like once a week. I was like, I'm bored. Here we go. I'm gonna practice, and then I would record myself practicing, and sometimes I would just throw the live up. So
why not? Yeah, go live while you're rehearsing and learning.
Yeah,
learn some requests, and yes, absolutely.
Yes, I love doing requests. It's fun.
Lots of fun. Now, you were talking earlier about your upcoming album. You're finishing recording that in January. How far through the recording are you? Are you nearly done?
No, we're not done yet. There's just the 3 songs so far. So I'm gonna start again in January, and hopefully get a full album out. But I have all the songs written and copyrighted, and they're ready to go. But I just have to I gotta make it a point to get in there and save up a little and release them.
Exactly. How exciting!
Yeah, so I'm hoping for maybe May 2021 to release my album.
That's not far away. That will come so quickly.
I know.
You'll have it in time for when you open up for Lone Star. You'll be able to take them there, and yes, that'll be so exciting. Now, the Josie Awards in Dollywood. Did you? I know it was different. All this year's been so different. Did you attend? How did that work?
Yes. My boyfriend and I, we went down to attend the show. My song "Move On" was nominated for country single, and I think it was Female Rising Star of the Year. It was the another one of the nominations. So we went down and we watched, and we walked on the red carpet, and they had cameras. We got to get our pictures taken, and we got to see all of the amazing performance. Joanne Cash, Johnny Cash's sister, is a gospel singer, so we got to hear her and her original songs. It was out of this world. It was absolutely brilliant. And I love Dollywood. Dollywood is a beautiful place. I would love to go and actually, like, they gave us free tickets to go on the rides, but we didn't have time. We had to hurry to get back to New York. I was like, I want to go back.
I have never been. It sounds amazing.
It's amazing. You have to go. I want to go.
Well, next year when you're nominated again, you'll be able to go and take a bit extra time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So when did they hold the awards? Was that recently?
That was last September. I think last September we went down. So yeah, and we went to Gatlinburg too, which is the city, which is like right around the corner from where Dollywood is. And we got to go see Old Red. I think it's one of Blake Shelton's restaurants. So we went there. We watched a band perform there and got some really good food. And it's just a gorgeous little mountain town. It was a really great experience being able to, go to Tennessee. And we still need to get down to Nashville. We haven't done that yet.
Haven't done Nashville yet.
Not yet.
Wow. Have you been to Australia before? Obviously, probably not for music, but have you been down here?
No, but I really would love to go. That is one place that I would love to, be able to get some shows and go, tour around a little bit. I have an uncle there, I think. I don't know. I haven't met him, but I know he speaks on the phone with my grandfather occasionally. But I don't know what part of Australia. But every time I tell my mom, Australia, people in Australia are listening to my song, she goes, oh, you have an uncle there or a cousin, whatever. I don't even know. But I'm so maybe
Absolutely.
look them up and get to play there would be great.
That would be fantastic. So I guess everybody that is from Australia watching today, you need to request all the songs on radio and keep requesting. I know you were saying your latest single isn't out for radio yet, but your other singles are, so they can search for those and request away. Where can people find you on social media? I've popped in the link for your Facebook page at the top of the comments there. I might pop it on the screen if I can. So people can jump on and follow you there. What's the best way to keep up to date with your music and tours?
It's definitely Facebook. Facebook is where I put all my events. Facebook is where the bigger events will tag me in in what's going on, and I share that then again on my personal page. So if you can't, or if you follow me on my music page, that's the best spot. Instagram, I tend to do more like fun stuff, like pictures, and I will post shows sometime in my stories, but Facebook's the best for that.
And on Instagram, what's your name on Instagram? Is it just Jeannie Angel?
Just Jeannie Angel Music.
Music? Yeah. Jeannie Angel Music. So jump over when we finish and follow along on both platforms if you can. Do you have any merchandise and things available at the moment?
Yes, I do. Yeah. If you guys, if you go to my website, JeannieAngelMusic.com, you can order. Hold on, actually, I have them right here.
That would be great.
You can order a sweatshirt.
Oh, they're beautiful.
And it says, oops, I don't know where the camera is. It says my name on it somewhere.
There it is.
And then at the bottom, at the bottom it says "On to a New Town." I did it. I made it for my single "Move On," and then I have a "Move On" shirts. But you can always message me too if you can't get through the website, and I can send it out. It's my big old face.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so you've got lots of merchandise. Oh, everything on the back. Onto something new. Yeah, Move On.
A little quote.
Tell us a little bit about Move On. You write it. When did you write Move On, and what is it about?
Sure. Move On, I wrote about 2 years ago. It was probably just before I started, just around the same time that I started playing out professionally, and I've never really spent too much time out around in the bar scene. When I was home from college, I would work at a bar down the road from my house, and I would bartend, but I was always busy working, and I never really paid attention to the nonsense, like the drama, the extra relationships that were going on. And I made some friends that made really bad decisions. And I was just listening to their stories and how they're treating these people that they love. And I'm just like, how could you even say that you love somebody if you're going to be having extra relationships, like there was one girl was married but was with her husband's friend, and then a guy who was with whoever and whenever. I'm like, oh, but you can't do that. So I was just laying in bed, and I was just like shocked by someone that I trusted enough to be my friend. Like, I can't trust you if you're going to be doing that to somebody else.
Yeah.
That friendship is that ended, but then I wrote that song just from being around that kind of situation.
Your real life situations, don't you, for your music?
Yeah, my songs are real.
They very much are. Do you write about things like that you haven't lived, that other people have told you? Do you just write the stories as well, or it's all stuff that you've been through?
It's mostly things that I've been through. Yeah, mostly things that I've been through. I don't think I've written one that was a story. There was one that I did co-write with my friend in high school that was more of a story, called Bed of Roses. That's not released yet, but that will be on the album for sure.
Oh, excellent. Fantastic. The album has definitely been in the works for a long time.
Yeah.
So now next year, obviously you've got some things penciled in, and you were saying you haven't been down to Nashville yet. So if everything goes back to sort of as normal as it can, you're planning to be out on the road a bit more. Is there anywhere that you haven't headed yet that is really you're going to get there if you can next year? Really excited to.
Yes, most definitely. We will be going back down to Key Largo in Florida for the Songwriter Festival down there. So that will be happening. And then, which is a beautiful place, the Florida Keys. If you haven't been, go. I would like to have more time to actually like enjoy it. It was kind of hard going around working, but it was with being so distracted by like the ocean and the beautiful trees and everything. Nashville is happening. I have a couple places that are willing to book, and they're like, when you come in, I've got a couple things that I have to do down there. So that's going to be most likely one of the first places that we do go. I wanted to try to get down to like Myrtle Beach area, play a couple beach towns, Virginia. I'd like to go everywhere really. But that's it.
So next year they can keep an eye out on your Facebook page and Instagram if they are watching on there, and find out where you're heading, what town you'll be in, and where, and maybe send you a message if there's somewhere that you haven't been that they want you to go to. That'd be great.
Please do.
Let you know, and again, request away on radio. So you were saying earlier you've got a Christmas song that you've not recorded yet, but it's in the works. Tell us a little bit about that.
It started out as a joke. We were driving somewhere, me and my boyfriend, and we were listening to I don't even know what it was. It was some kind of, maybe it was a hip hop song or a pop song, and it made no sense. And I was just like, I can write a song and maybe I'll do a Christmas song and it'll make maybe a little bit more sense. And I was just like joking around writing, and it's about my brother during Christmas time. And it's going to be pretty funny. It's not going to be like a serious one. It's going to be more upbeat and like happy.
Oh, that is exciting. Yeah. Obviously, it's probably not going to be on the album, but hopefully there'll be a Christmas album down the track, maybe.
Yeah, I might release it as a single next Christmas, so we'll see.
Have you been playing that one at the when you've been doing the Christmas tree farms?
I haven't yet. No, I haven't gone through and like perfected it yet, but that's something that I have to do. It was really just a joke, and I'm like, but the melody and stuff, I'm like, this might be good. I need to put more time into it. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Oh, lovely. Well, again, people can actually go and get their Christmas tree near you and have a listen to you throughout this month. Where do they go to do that? Is that somewhere?
Yes, it's called Billmar Nurseries in Pleasant Valley, New York. You go like you're heading toward Poughkeepsie, and then you head off on the side roads there, Overlook Road, and you guys can come out Pleasant Valley.
You can get a Christmas tree and listen to some music. What more could you want?
Yes. And they have hot chocolate and hot dogs and chili for sale and candy cane.
Oh, I might come. I need to fly over. That sounds perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for reaching out, because it's wonderful to have people reach out from different places. It's just so exciting. Anytime, and please, when you've got your album out, please let us know, and we'd love to do another show, because that would be very exciting as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Now, everybody, I know that I said we have 2 shows today, and unfortunately our next show has had to reschedule, but I am hoping it may be next weekend, on maybe Sunday morning Australian time, and possibly Saturday, but we're just waiting for 100% confirmation. But we'll be back through the week. We've got a show Wednesday and Thursday this week, so we've got lots coming up before Christmas, and possibly there might be some live music videos popping around the country with people that are out and about, so keep your eye out for that. Thank you so much for joining us. And
thanks for having me.
Anytime. So make sure when we're finished, you jump over and like Jenny Angel Music on Facebook and Instagram, and keep your eye out and order one of those amazing jumpers. They look so comfortable.
They're so cozy. I love it.
Thank you very much. We'll see you all later.
Thank you, Danny.